Welcome back to our channel, friends. This is Sonia here from Growing Craft. Thank you so much for dropping in. Now, before we start this video, please do make sure that you subscribe to our channel and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you do not miss out any of our updates. Also, do check our website www.growingcraft.com and let's get started. So today we are creating a wreath, and this is one of my wish list video tutorial which I really wanted to make. So I have been honestly fancying all the Christmas wreath which is there on Pinterest, on Google, and I love it. Although we are not much into Christmas celebration, but wreath has been something which I absolutely love. So in today's tutorial, you are going to see me creating a beautiful wreath with a beautiful paperwork 3D art and a lot of tips and tricks and techniques, of course. Now to start with, here I have taken up a base for a wreath. I am sharing all the supplies linked down in the description box. You can check that. So I got this from Amazon, and yes, these solar flowers are from Fresh Knots. I will try to share the link also, and they are absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Now I actually wanted to have a little darker shade flowers, but I could not get that. But yes, whatever I got from this store, I absolutely loved it. And of course, if I'm a mixed media artist, if I'm a decoupage artist, I have tons of colors which I can use on the top of it. Now first I've sticked my solar flowers. These are the like proper bloomed flowers, and I'm sticking few of the buds around. And for sticking, I am using my glue gun. Be very safe when you are using your glue guns. Please be careful when you are sticking your supplies with this, and be safe. Now this is one of the most beautiful steps, is like very quickly you stick on these flowers and you can see your wreath coming out so well. Now of course, if I am doing a wreath, it is not just I am going to stick the flowers and it's done, because being a crafter, being an artist, my hand always itches for doing some extra work, some coloring work, and some really nice crafted works on the top of it. So here, yes, I'm trying to fix up the buds as much as I can, and once I'm happy with it, then we are going to move on to the next step. And yes, here you need to just make sure that you have filled this up really well. There should not be any of the spaces from which you see your base. And once I'm happy with it, then we are moving on to the next step. Now the next step is to apply my black color gesso. So here I have a Anukul paint brush which I have been using for years, and I absolutely love this one. Of course, you will see me changing my brushes in this complete tutorial, because I love experimenting and trying all my brushes whenever I am doing any of the mediums. Now I am just trying to cover up the most part of the flowers. I'm not going to cover it completely, because I really like the natural shading work of this white, pink, white, green, white, red combination of the natural flowers, and even some of the fringes which is lying around are of red color, and which I absolutely loved. And I just thought these are like cherry on the cake, because they are going to add some extra drama to my project. Now here I am applying tremendous amount of black color gesso. Yes, it is not an acrylic paint, it is a black color gesso which is going to absorb my colors in other mediums well. And this is just to make sure that the remaining parts of the flowers, wherever I am doing my gesso, they get a little more highlighted when I am going to use my other colors later on. Now after this process, you need to let this dry for good 2-3 hours of time. And yes, definitely the moment you are done with your gesso work, you have to make sure that you dry this up completely before moving on to the next step. Now these are some of the dry natural flowers which I had, and I am sticking these on my bases. Now honestly, when you see these flowers and when you see my bottom flowers, they are so bright up. My solar flowers are looking so gorgeous and so beautiful, and these are looking so dull. The reason why I thought of adding these flowers, because I wanted to do a little more of coloring here on the top of it. Now for the dry flowers, what I have picked up some of the flowers, some of the buds, some of the petals, and I'm going to stick this really well on all the sides of my wreath, and I will try to just make sure that I cover it up as much as I can. Now it's time to move on to our metallic shade, and yes, of course, you know how much I love it, and this was a must when I'm doing my Christmas wreath, because these metallic shades are something which just take up your project to another level. They add on so much of drama. Now here, as I did not wanted this to be a lot shimmery, so here I'm just adding few drops of water, and this is just going to dilute my color and give me a very subtle and very pastel shade of shimmer, which I really liked. Now for applying this, I'm using my flat brush, and yes, now it's time to move on to the next step, and that is creating your 3D paper art. Now first I've taken a cardboard of A4 size, and on the top of it I'm having my tacky tape, and I will make sure that I use a good quality tacky tape, because this is something which should last long. Once we are creating these artwork, they should be here with us for a longer time. Now for creating the 3D paper art, I'm using the Christmas Bell paper pack from Dress My Craft. Of course, their link is mentioned in the description box. You can check that. And this is one of my favorite paper pack in Christmas theme, and I absolutely love it. I have done tons of video with these paper pack, like of card book making, scrapbook making, pop-up card making, and whatnot. So for base, I have picked up one of the paper from that collection, and it's super gorgeous. If you get time, please do check that paper pack, and please do try that paper pack. They are one of the most versatile paper pack when it comes to Christmas. Like, it has almost all the shades of Christmas in just one paper pack. So it's absolutely amazing. Now for my 3D work, here I'm going to trim down my paper. Now here is one of the mistake what I did cutting off both the papers of the same pattern, which I should not have done. Like, with just one paper pack I could have done my 3D work, which I realized a little later on, but then it's absolutely fine. I can definitely use that paper pack for some other project. Now this is a detailed 3D cutting work. Now fussy cutting work is something which I absolutely love, and here you will see me cutting down my designs layer by layer. Now this is a very important step. Now while doing this, I could have just speed up the video and like shorten the video, but I really wanted to show you guys that how I am doing this. A slight change in my video. Why? Because I had to use my favorite fussy cutting scissor, which I just got from the local store. Yeah, literally while doing this video, I went to the local store and I got my favorite fussy cutting knife. And yes, now here you will see me cutting up all the designs layer by layer. So first, the basic step is you take the broader design what you have, and then you start doing the detail cutting work from there. This helps in having you decide that which all layers you want to pop out and which layers you want to have beneath. And for the 3D pop-up card, you need to really think a lot before start sticking your work. Now in the fussy cutting work, I highly recommend you to go one layer by one layer. Like here in the truck, you have seen me cutting the 3 layers. Now for this house, I'm going to have 3 layers in this also. One is going to be my rooftop, the second one is going to be my Santa Claus, and the last one is going to be the door backdrop. So honestly, in one sheet of my decor, I'm going to have different layers. Now in the same paper pack, there is one more portion which has a very nice welcome hanging, which I'm going to even have this. Now another mistake what I did was I just did not cut my tree in one single piece, but then do not worry. As we are into crafting, we know how to hide these little mistakes, how to correct these mistakes. Like, correct is the correct word for this particular part of the work which I am doing right now. So I'm going to fussy cut my trees also, and then I'm going to stick that also, that you will be seeing very soon. Now this is the hanging which has a very nice 3D effect to it, and I thought of using this one, and it has a very beautiful branch on the top of it. So I'm going to have this completely. The bunch is going to be at the bottom, and I'm going to pop out my hanging here, and you can just imagine how beautiful this is going to look. Now for paper 3D work, either I have just sticked it on my base. If you want, you can use your glossy accents and do it accordingly.
Je
So with my dye based ink pad, I'm just doing a tinge of shading work. I did not wanted it to have a very darker effect because as it's a Christmas theme, it has to be really bright and beautiful and with a lot of whiteness, which is going to highlight my pop-up work. Now for sticking my pop-up work here, I'm using my glue gun. You need to be a little careful when you are doing this and how to do it. Now I knew that I did not wanted to pop up this part of my 3D work a lot, so this is the first layer what I'm sticking. Now for the remaining parts, I'm going to add up 2-3 layers of heat glue gun. Now how to do it, I'll tell you. If I know that this is the part which I'm going to have on my second layer, like it should have a little more height, so I'm going to just apply 1 coat of glue gun and I'm going to let it dry for some time, and then I'm going to add my second layer. So this is how I'm going to repeat my process. Now for some of the parts I'm going to have good 2-3 layers, and for some of the parts I'm going to have just 1 layer, and this is going to create a beautiful 3D effect on my layout.
À 2 doigts de nos lèvres, 2 doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter, le bonheur à sculpter de son ciseau d'enfer, des souvenirs impossibles à effacer. Le bonheur est passé à 2 doigts de nos lèvres, 2 doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter, le bonheur à sculpter de son ciseau d'enfer, des souvenirs impossibles à effacer. Que j'ai presque pu le goûter. À 2 doigts de nos lèvres, 2 doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter, le bonheur à sculpter de son ciseau d'enfer, des souvenirs impossibles à effacer. Le bonheur est passé à 2 doigts de nos lèvres.
Now this is a burlap roll which I have, and I just felt that this is going to match my color theme really well. So I have just cut 1 strip of this and I'm going to divide this into 2 parts and stick it with my glue gun. Now as it has some really nice golden polka dots, I really loved it, and I'm going to stick this from the back side so that it looks like a nice fringe at the bottom and even at the top of my layer. Quickly I'll just slide this down, and then I'm going to cut all the excessive parts from the sides, and this look super gorgeous and super cool. Isn't it looking like a perfect Christmas theme? Now I'm just going to trim down the remaining parts, and I'm going to add a hook to it, and then I'm going to stick my wreath to it, and with a bit of color blending technique, it's looking gorgeous and fab. Now for my bottom part here, I have decided to use my jute rope, and on the top of it I'm going to have my 2 to 3 bills, and of course I'm using my glue gun to stick this one, and this looks gorgeous. So yes, this was a super easy technique to create a Christmas wreath, and I really hope that you all enjoyed this tutorial. Just in case if you guys have any query, please do let me know in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to help you all. And yes, before signing off, please do subscribe to my channel, and thank you and take care and bye bye.